Okay, so we're in a Motel 6 and we fly out tomorrow, 10:20. We're going to Colorado. And if any new people are still wondering, who's we? Well, we would happen to be my other counterpart, Suly, that is just laying by the door, despite the fact that even though I don't have a blanket for her to lay on, I laid down the towels because I'm not going to be using them anymore. So they're just, they're like right next to the bed. Suly, come here. Why don't you come here? You're leaving me alone. Guess I gotta go sit with her for the video. Are you choosing this sitting spot? Is the sitting spot next to the door? Or in front of the door, I should say. Huh? Is it in front of the door? Is it in front of the door? Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yes, you are a good girl. You're a good girl. What's the matter? Are you bored? What's the matter? What are you whining for? You've been whining, and I don't know why. I gave you food. You has water. You went poop. You went to the bathroom? You did all that. What's the matter? I don't know. She's just like, sometimes like when she's bored, she'll whine. And sometimes, well, all the time when she has to go pee, like really has to go pee or go to the bathroom, she'll whine. That's why like when I'm in a public place and she starts whining, I instantly know, okay, it's time to go out. Because my hair's a mess, like all the new growth. Just new growth. But like, yeah, that means that little miss has to go OUT. I don't know what's the matter. Suly, what is the matter? Are you okay? I don't know. It just started. Like we got to our room and we played for a little bit. She ate, I ate. She had plenty of water. She went to, like I said, she went to the bathroom. And she just, I don't know. She's just chilling by the door, like it's okay. It's okay. You can come lay by the bed. I put down like comfy spot for you. It's a heck of a lot better than the hard floor that you're just laying on. Or do you just want to lay by the door? Look at her. She's just... Suly. Sweetheart. I guess she's just gonna sleep there then. I'll probably find her next to the bed in the morning. Because that's where she usually sleeps when, well, anywhere really, is, by the bed right next to me. She won't get on the bed. She knows she's not allowed on couches and furniture and stuff, so it's like, she won't get on the bed either, even though I've invited her plenty of times. But yeah, by the way, I'm watching, Jurassic Park. I think it's the first one. Or the second one? It's where the T-Rex gets loose in the city. You know, because a greedy dweeb decided, yeah, let's bring the T-Rex back to, with us to town. Like, I assume it's New York. Poor guy just got eaten. He was trying to get inside of a store. And he didn't make it. It's an interesting show. Movie. I like it. I'm not huge on the new ones though. I mean on the old ones. The old ones were just, I don't know, there's something about old technology. Just, I don't know. It's interesting. gas station 76. This mama T-Rex is not happy. But anyways, yeah, no, I'm gonna be going to, I guess I'm going to Denver, Colorado. More specifically, Lakewood, Colorado. Which is awesome, by the way. Just a huge sigh from the dog. That's all you just heard in the background was, from the dog. She does that quite a lot. She just goes, it sounds like a human groan. Like, you know, like the dad groans. That's what it sounds like. And it's loud as hell. Every time she does it, it's loud. I swear I'm getting bangs though again. I mean, look at this. It's only new growth here. And I can't slick it back. Because it's too short. Oh, it makes me look like a retard. Oh my god. No. It don't look right. It just don't look right. No matter which way I try to push it, it's just like. But, I got work there too. Oh. Reflection from the TV. I thought there was like a piece of purple on the wall. But it's just the TV. I'm hoping it's not going to be too cold in Colorado right now. California is not. I mean, it's chilly. You can't just walk outside without a sweatshirt or something. Then again, I see people walking outside with fucking shorts and no shirt on, and it's 50 degrees out. I don't know. It's California people. It's kind of like Florida people. When it gets chilly in Florida, you still see them motherfuckers walk. Excuse my language. Still see those motherfuckers walking around with tank tops and shorts or a t-shirt, and it's like, how the heck can you walk around like that when a rare day in Florida, which happens to be today, is like 40, 50 degrees? Me, myself, I get cold real easily, so if it's even 60 degrees, I'm walking outside with a sweatshirt, at least, and like pants or like long gym shorts. But I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just, to each their own. There are still some people walking around here that are actually wrapped in blankets, so, just, every person's different. No, but I had some really rude-ass motherfucker again, excuse my language, really rude person yesterday, when we were trying to get on, when we were waiting on our Greyhound to get back to LA from Oxnard. And we were waiting in the station, and I had gotten, what did I get? Oh, I bought a Pepsi, and I didn't feel like walking all the way back on the other side of the station because I was lazy and I just wanted to drink my Pepsi and sit in peace. So we were sitting, and I was drinking, and I had Suly beside me on my left, and she was like tucked beside me, and she looked up at me, and she started whining. So I was like, okay, so you have to go to the bathroom. Okay, let's go outside. And I got up, and I'm putting on my bag, and right as I got my bag on, this homeless guy comes up to me and pays no attention to me, Pays no attention to the fact that, you know, my dog's working, and starts talking to her, being totally disrespectful, ignoring the fact that I'm telling him, sir, please don't talk to her, don't pet her, she's working, I don't need you distracting her. And I looked at it like, this is how it went. Hi, puppy dog, hi, you're beautiful. Oh my God. And he put his hand down to her face, and I looked at him like, sir, please don't, she's working. And he kept doing it. And he got real quiet, and he kept trying to pet her. And then I said, sir. And he ignored me still. And I said, sir, excuse me, she's working. And I snapped a little bit. Because, you know, he's deliberately ignoring me. And he looked at me and just slammed his stuff down on the table and said, move. And I backed up, and I'm like, excuse you, but you do not pet service dogs. You do not distract them in any way. And he's like, I don't care. Move. Get out of my way. And I'm like, you are a really hostile, rude person. I hope you know this. And he says, yeah, well, go fucking die somewhere. I'm like, oh my God. So I went and told security. I had to. I'm like, okay, look, this guy over here just totally freaked out me, and actually freaked out my dog, which understandably I can't blame her for that, because he got really hostile in like a split second. I can't blame her for getting freaked out slightly, you know, but she recovered from it. But it was like, in her mind, she was like, whoa, you were just like, oh, you know, and then suddenly, bleh, what the fuck, you know? I was thinking the same thing, like, what the fuck? I was like, what? You know, and I went and I told security, and he's like, okay, you know, we'll keep an eye out for him. And he had actually, he actually kept circling me, and he kept coming back and trying to get close to Suly. And then security went up to him and was like, yo, you need to stop doing that. You know, we see what you're doing. You need to quit. She's already told us, you know, you're being a disturbance, you're distracting a working dog, and you're just generally being unfriendly. Because I guess he had been being unfriendly to other people, especially in the bathroom, because he wanted a fucking stall to sleep in, and no one would let him. So, yeah, they wound up telling him to leave, and I didn't see him for the rest of the 2 hours that I was there. So that's fine by me. I don't really care. Once he was gone, he was gone. It didn't matter to me none. But, I need to start videoing what I do and where I go. Actually, when I go to the airport, I'm gonna take a video and make sure that if there's any scissors, I catch it. I mean, I'm not gonna video people's faces, because I know YouTube has this whole privacy policy thing, and it's a law thing too, you know? But, yeah, I'm not gonna video people's faces, on purpose anyways. I'm just gonna be doing a general video, so you'll be seeing that sometime soon. I leave for the airport tomorrow, actually. I have to wake up at 5, so I'll do a 5 in the morning, like, type vlog, and, show, like, just, you know, to my general morning routine with Suly and me. I gotta feed her in the morning. I've still got half a can. Her feeding schedule got off track because I ran out of food, yesterday night. And so she didn't have dog food this morning. I gave her the rest of my pizza, but I was willing to share because I didn't want it. But I got her dog food again, so she's gonna have her normal dog food in the morning, and then that's gonna be the end of that can. And then when we get where we're going and we get a room for a couple months, I'll have more room to store a big bag of dog food that can last me a month, or, you know, 2 weeks to a month. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. I figured there's no use in buying a bag of dog food when I'm gonna have to get on a plane tomorrow, and you can't exactly take a big bag of dog food that's not in a bag, because that bag right there is full. That is the biggest bag I got right now, and it's full. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to carry it, even a 5-pound bag of dog food. There's just no way in that little bag. But if I had a suitcase, it'd be a different story. But I gotta get paid again and get a suitcase, because I'm tired of traveling with a book bag. I've got everything I need in there, but I don't have anywhere else to put anything extra. So anything extra I get, literally, like dog food for the last 2 weeks, has been reduced to buying 2 cans for 2 days, and then going back and doing the same thing, just to avoid having to carry more than I need to or can, because I have to have her leash in one hand, and then my phone recently has been in this hand because I don't know the area, so I've just been holding it because of maps to get around. And yeah, so it LA is confusing. I don't know how y'all do it. How do y'all people do it? How do LA people do this? I've never seen a street system so complex. I'm from Florida. You go in a straight line and take a left or a right, and you can pretty much get to wherever the heck you need to go. Like, seriously. That's literally it. The US 1 goes through the entire state. You take US 1, you'll get anywhere. You know, take US 1, and then, like, say you have to go west, you can get on 95 and do that number, and, you know, get off on an exit that, you know, you can take west on. But, you know, it's just, and then you can do the same thing to go east. Except usually you can just stay on US 1 to stay in the East Coast for the most part. I mean, that's what I experienced because I took US 1 everywhere. I'm getting totally off track. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now, because I just had to explain that experience from yesterday. That was really rude. I have to say, anyone who watches this that thinks that petting a service dog is okay, or talking to a service dog is okay, making faces at a service dog is okay, distracting a service dog in any way, if you think that's okay to distract them in any way, even if you just look and give in a smile, no, stop that. Stop doing that. It's not right. Not right. And it's not okay. It's not okay. You're creating a problem when you do that. A big problem when you do that. So, don't do that. Just don't do that. No. Stop. Oh my god, people piss me off. There was that's another story I have to tell you guys. Today, on the bus to my motel room, happened on the bus. You know, where there's a ton of people. Usually I don't have a problem. Well, today I had a slight problem. It wasn't as bad as the homeless guy that confronted us at the Greyhound station. But it was still like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. You should know better. I mean, who brings a big-ass German Shepherd on a bus if it's not a service dog? Pets are not allowed on the bus. You know, who brings a big-ass German Shepherd on the bus? I mean, really. The only people I can think of that bring any kind of big dogs or dogs in general or service horses, if anyone still uses those, like, you know, the little Shetland ponies that they use as like guide horses. I wonder if a blind person got tired, if he could just ride his guide horse. I don't know. I'm sorry, I had to bring it up real quick. It seems like an interesting question. Like, can you do that? I mean, maybe? I mean, it is a horse. Or a pony, but, you know, maybe? Maybe? But no, like, we were on the bus, and, they had the seats up because, they were, for mobility, devices, reserved for mobility devices, and they keep them up because there's a lot of people around on it's a bus 40, it was, that picks up a lot of people in wheelchairs and, walkers. So, they, sorry, I'm getting caught up in the movie. Let me turn this off so I don't get distracted. But, like, you know, they had those reserved, so they had the seats up already, just in case. So that, you know, just in case, they come across someone with a wheelchair, there's seats that are already up that can't be taken. But, I had to stand because there was no seats that I could sit in and still have room for Suly to lay down and do a tuck-in. So, we were standing, and I just had her do a tuck at my feet. And, we got pretty far along on our trip. We still had maybe 30 minutes to go. And a homeless guy got on. I assume he was homeless. I don't know. He was carrying a bag. Seemed kind of rough. I don't know. I'm just assuming it's a homeless person. I can't help it because there's a lot of them out here and you can usually pick them out. I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just typically, you know, when you see a homeless person, they look real rough. And they're usually carrying a bag of some kind that you hope doesn't have something in it. But, anyways, we were standing and then he turned around. And so because he was facing forward to the front of the bus where the bus driver was. And then he turned around when he heard Suly's leash, because it's a chain leash, which I need to change because it's old and I don't like it. I don't like using it, and it's just not a good leash. I don't like using it. It's bulky, it's heavy, it hurts my hands when I use it. I don't like it. So, when he heard the chain, he looked down and he starts talking to her. And again, I experienced the same problem. When I tried to tell him, sir, stop, don't talk to her, don't distract her, she's working, he continued and ignored me. Like, didn't acknowledge me at all, didn't talk to me like the last guy, didn't get rude and, you know, snappy at me like the last guy did. But he was just, like, really ignorant and ignoring me and just, like, kept doing what he was doing. And I looked to the girl next to me and I'm like, you know, I really hate it when people distract her and ignore me. Like, she's not working and I'm not here. And that's when he looked up and turned back around and stopped. Because I said something to somebody. But when I was telling him, it was like totally ignored, not caring, don't give a fuck about what you have to say, I'm talking to the dog type situation. I'm starting to run into people like that. Like, I tell them, yo, you need to stop. And I'm really polite at first, like, sir, please stop. Or ma'am, please stop. She's working. And then it gets to the point where it's like, excuse me, stop. I've asked you. I've been polite. Stop. She's working, you know? Like, fuck, stop. I'm running into a lot of those people that are just generally ignoring. I was really happy story now. I was really, really happy with somebody when I got on the bus in Oxnard to go to the Greyhound station from Suly's little trip to the vet. I had never hips checked. But we were on our way back from the vet. And it's about 6. It's starting to get dark. Hi, babies. Hi, did you come to join me? Hello. Oh, are you gonna hide? You can't. No, you can't have the cookies. You can't have the cookies. You hear me talking about you? Excuse me. Oof. Oof. You just burped all in my face. Nasty. Are you gonna lay down next to me now? You're a good girl. Yeah. Yep, here she goes. Told you guys she would join me eventually. But anyways, I was really happy with this one person. It was a girl, and they were with it was a black girl. She had blue hair. She looked to be about in my age group, like maybe 18 to like maybe 22 years old. She looked young. And I guess she had a little brother. I don't know what he was. And then they were with a Hispanic lady. I don't know who she was, but she was with the kids, or the girl and the kid. And the little boy, I don't know how old he was. He looked maybe 13. But he kept saying, "Dog, dog, pretty dog, dog." You know, I think he might have had some type of disability. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I wasn't gonna pin a disability. I can't do that personally because I have one, and I don't like people pinning disabilities on me. So I don't do it to other people. But I could tell that he was a little behind. You know, he was a little slow and off. But he was real sweet. He was real cute. I liked it. He was just, you know, really interested in Suly. And the girl was like, you know, hey, no, don't bother the dog. Don't mess with the dog. You know, you can't pet her. She's working. And Suly doesn't have a vest. So the fact that she recognized immediately that, you know, hey, that's a service dog. Don't do that. You know, leave her alone. You know, I was like, made me really proud and really happy for a second. Because she was just immediately like, that's a service dog. Leave the puppy dog alone. You know, and I was like, I looked at her and I'm like, you know, it's really nice every now and then to actually hear somebody or see somebody say, no, that's a service dog. And she smiled and she's like, yeah, I can tell. I know it's not required that they wear vests and stuff like that. So the fact that you got on the bus with a dog, you know, I instantly knew that, you know, it was a service dog or a working dog of some kind. And I was like, yeah, not a lot of people take that into consideration, that you're getting on a bus with a dog. It typically means that it's a service dog, or a working dog of some sort. And she's like, yeah, I know some people can just be really ignorant. And I said, well, thank you, by the way, thank you. And she says, no problem. So, like, that made me happy, because for once, someone was like, you know, no, like, that's a service dog, and instantly recognized it, instead of being like, hi, doggy, hi, pretty doggy, oh, I want to pet her. You know, I hate people that do that. Like, I don't say hate, and I don't necessarily hate people. People are okay. I don't necessarily hate people. I just hate what people do. Certain things that people do piss me off. And I try being polite about it, and then I get ignored. And when I get ignored is when I snap at you. And I don't intend to snap, but it's kind of warranted at that point because you are deliberately ignoring the handler of a service dog when they tell you no. And it's like, But if there's anyone in the service dog community that has any stories, I want to hear them because there's a lot of them, it seems, and it's on the rise. I hate to say it. I have another real quick story for y'all that involves a motel. What was it called? What was the place called? Oh my god, phone, shut up. I'll put the name of the motel in the description because I have to let the people know not to go to this place, and the only way I can do that is to put the name down. And I don't know the name by heart right now because I just, I said fuck them, douchebags, piss off. But I think my light is dying. It's going like blah, 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 blah. But okay, so my boss, as I call him. Well, he's my boss technically because he's the one that hired me. So yeah, boss. He makes sure that I have like everything set and that I've had a place to stay until I can get to Colorado to start work. And he books this room at this motel, the one that I was just talking, that was real assholes. And he texts me and he says, they were giving me a lot of problems on the phone. I'm gonna look for another motel for you to stay in until you can leave tomorrow, because you don't need to be hanging around the airport and doing all that. You just, you need to be able to have a comfy place to sleep so that you don't, that way you can keep alert at the airport and all that shaz. So apparently they had gave him trouble about Suly, because he was, when you make a reservation over the phone, you include everything about the person that you're making the reservation for, including the fact that that person might be a service dog handler or have a service dog or guide horse, I guess. I still don't know who uses those anymore. But so they were giving him trouble. Well, I didn't get that text until I had gotten there. So when I got there, before I could log into the Wi-Fi, I asked them, I was like, I think I have a reservation here, and she asked me my last name, and she says, yeah, we have a reservation. And then some other lady comes by, and she looks at my dog, and she's like, is that a service dog? I said, yes, she is. She's like, oh, well, she needs to be vested and have paperwork and proof of registration that she's a service dog. I said, excuse me? There are 2 questions you can ask without getting in trouble, or without me being able to go somewhere and be like, hey, these people broke the fucking law and are being douchebags. And that's, is it a service dog and what tasks does it perform? Those are the only 2 questions you can ask. You cannot ask a service dog handler to demonstrate what your dog does. And you cannot ask them to vest your dog. Vests are optional, not required, but recommended. They're recommended. They're not required. They're very much optional. And 2, registration, service dog registration, like those little cards, hardly any trainer or training program provides those. Maybe I'm being very generous here, but maybe 5% of service dogs Let's just put it at 10%. I'm being very generous because I don't know the exact number, but I'm just being very generous. 5 to 10%, let's just say, of service dogs in the world, from America to Japan and whatnot, actually have those little cards. But you can get those cards from anywhere. Anywhere. A trainer doesn't have to give it to you. A training program doesn't have to give it to you. Hell, you can make one your fucking self and pin it on your dog. And these fake service dogs wear them all the fucking time. All the time. And they go into places, and this is where this problem starts, is these fake service dog people. These fake service dogs. They're not even service dogs. Half of them are ESAs that piss and shit everywhere, run around barking at people, and the fake service dogs are just as bad because then they make real handlers and our dogs look like shit. And that's not okay. That's not right. You know what? I'm gonna finish this, and we're gonna talk about this bit by bit in the next video. I'm gonna make a part 2 because this is getting really long, and I don't want y'all to be like, this is way too long. I'm not gonna watch all this because it's already at 36 minutes. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make another video, and I'll share this entire thing, and then I'll go on to why this is not okay. And I'll also include in that video the ADA's website, like the actual page, and then I'll also provide the link to their commonly asked question and answers. That way, you if you don't understand the main legal portion of the site, you'll get answers to what you're confused about in the second link that the website provides. And I'll put those in the description. But I'm also going to put that motel room in the description and the address to it. That way, or at least the street that it's on. I mean, I think it should be known not to go there. And I just think it should. I'm not breaking the law by providing a business's address. It's not a big deal. I'm not even going to provide the full address. I'll just say the street it's on and the name that it's called. You can go to TripAdvisor and all that stuff. Do what you want. Just say, hey, bad place to go. And if you've ever been there and you weren't a service dog handler and you think that their service is sucky, feel free. He's just, these places need to learn that it's not okay to do that. And if the ADA sees that video and they see the name of the place, okay. I warned people that I was gonna start doing this. If you're a dick about my service dog and me, I'm gonna start making it known that you are not service dog friendly. And you're an asshole. And just, fuck you, generally. But I don't care, I'm gonna start doing it. People need to know where these places are and to avoid them. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it known, because I'm pretty sure they have more than one location. Yep. Alright, well, I will see y'all in the next video, and I will talk to y'all later. I'm gonna eat one of my cookies first, because I've got cookie cake. And I love my cookie cake. Suly says good night.